Hey there, everybody. Welcome to our NCIS Season 18, Episode 15 review. This is the penultimate episode of the season, entitled Blown Away. There are so many just easy were you blown away by this episode jokes that I could make right here.
It's the perfect episode for Matt because he loves the puns.
I love puns. I am a Katrina Law fan too, so that's what excited me. I liked her on Arrow. She was great on 5-0. This is sort of like an introductory episode.
She was awesome on Arrow.
Yeah, she was awesome. Like, this is the thing. If you like have a casting listing, it's like, okay, we need someone to act incredibly intimidating. I think Katrina Law is like automatically pretty high up on the list.
Yeah, she was great.
Yeah, I really enjoyed her, but we'll talk a little bit about that, what is going on with Gibbs, and, you know, we'll set the stage for the finale, Rule 91, which the show decided in its promo to already spoil, so we don't have to wait on that a full week.
Yeah, but it was something that we all, I think, kind of knew was what it was going to be.
Alright, well, if you guys do enjoy this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button, because you know what? We're close to 50,000 subscribers.
We are so close.
Yeah, we're really excited to hit that milestone. We want you guys to be there and be a part of it with us. And also, you want to be here for the finale discussion next week because all the hype has been crazy about this hour of TV.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. That way you will not miss out on our video next week.
Okay, but for our video this week, I will sort of say Jessica Knight, they're clearly setting this up so that she can be a regular next season. I don't know for sure if she'll be, but it sounds like that's kind of in the works. And we got a lot of her in this episode, so it kind of feels like that's obviously where they're going.
Yeah, and she was a really fun character. The only thing that I was sort of like, okay, do we need another loose cannon feeling?
Yeah.
You know, it's sort of, Matt has this great thing where he's always like, for a heist, you always have like the wild card and the guy who drives the car and the brains, and now we have like two wild cards on this team, and I'm not sure that we do. I mean, even George's like, oh, this is going to be bad influence on me. It's kind of like, yeah, I don't know that we do need two characters that are that similar.
I think that this is where I'm kind of wondering and projecting, and let me start by saying this. I don't want Gibbs to leave. We need more Gibbs. We need Gibbs on the team. But I'm sort of wondering, okay, if Gibbs is part-time next season, okay, I don't think he'll be gone forever. Maybe you put McGee more in sort of like the leader role, and then maybe, you know, Bishop sort of adapts more into the McGee role. Like, maybe some things switch here or there. Maybe Torres changes his stripes a little bit, but can Torres ever not be the wild card?
Well, I don't know, because after meeting Jessica, it does feel like Torres is not as wild as I sort of remember him being, because she is a lot more of a wild card, for sure. I think he has settled into really working with the team.
One thing I can say about Jessica Knight, great first name. Also, I will say that when it comes to Bishop and Torres, I'm just going to keep on going. We thought last week we were going to have the talk, and they had the talk.
And then we got nothing. Nothing more. And that's not surprising. It's NCIS. They got to keep moving it along.
I'm still salty about it, though. I don't care if this is traditional for NCIS.
Listen, we're going to find out more eventually. They're not going to just have the talk and then never talk about anything about this ever again, and that's the last we hear of it. This is NCIS. You got to be on board for a slow ride. If you're not on board for a slow ride, you're watching the wrong show.
Okay, listen, though. When they had the talk, I put all the cupcakes out on Alec Avenue. I went to Party City. I got the supplies.
You took them from Slim Street. We all don't have no Slims anymore.
Okay.
That's all right. We let you some cupcakes.
Okay. I will take the cupcakes. They might be a little stale if they've been on Slim Street for a couple of months, but you know what? They're stale now anyway.
You can see yourself.
Well, okay,
out.
Listen. They're stale anyway because NCIS did nothing with it. Did they do anything? If they do nothing with it in the finale, then we're just gonna have like these moldy cupcakes that are just gonna be sitting there until
How
September.
dare you?
Listen, cupcakes don't last forever. It is a sad reality of this world.
All right, so I think for first appearance, she was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I loved all that stuff at the hospital. I thought that was really cool. She's clearly really badass, which is awesome. It's always cool to have people like that on the show, and especially this show.
Yeah.
We've seen that before. But she's not the same as like a Ziva, who, you know, is also very badass and ninja. They're very different, which is nice.
Yeah, I like that they sort of made her familiar enough so she kind of feels like she has bits and pieces of other characters, but still, she does stand out on her own. But one bit of advice, Jessica Knight, don't you be sitting at Gibbs' desk. Like, I saw that happen, and I was like, oh no, NCIS Twitter, I'm not going to see what people have to say about this.
And then there was the really nice talk with Jimmy as well, where there seems to be a nice friendship growing. Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit early to be like, could it be a new love interest? But that would be kind of interesting to have somebody who's a little more nerdy and science, and then someone like Jessica Knight. Yeah. I know I'm running ahead of myself here, but it was nice to see that, like, right away there was a really good foundation there.
Jimmy's just so nice. He's like empathetic and caring, and I want Jimmy to be my friend even though he's fictional.
Oh dear.
I just love Jimmy Palmer so much.
He's great.
That was one of my favorite scenes, and I think, you know, both Brian and Katrina were just so good in it.
Yeah.
And I like that Jimmy's gotten all this material. And now we must transition to Gibbs, who is still working on that boat, which actually looks kind of close to completion.
Okay, so I said this on Twitter. I'll say it here too. Marcy had Gibbs take off his shoes coming into this apartment, and she was still wearing shoes. Like, what? Why? Why is it... it's not okay for him, but it's okay for you? She still had on, like, boots, and maybe, they're like house shoes or something, but they didn't look like... You can't be wearing shoes and be like, you gotta take off your shoes. Well, why are you not taking off your shoes, Marcy?
Listen, maybe Gibbs had some, like, I don't know, just funk on his shoes from, like, hanging out in that basement with the boat all the time. I don't know.
Here's the thing that's a bit strange about this storyline. Yeah. Gibbs is now working on another case with Marcy. He clearly wants to go back to work, and if you want to go back to work, then what is it that is stopping you from going back to your team? Yeah. Even Bishop came to talk to you to be like, what about the team? Don't you miss the team? And it's just kind of like, don't you miss the team? Because clearly you miss work. You are working on another case with someone completely different. Why wouldn't you go back to your family?
I'm just gonna say it. I don't like this storyline, and like I've given it some time. I
agreed.
Yeah, I'm glad that Pam Dauber is on the show. It just feels like it's not going anywhere fast enough. It feels like it's taking away from the cases, and like the magic of NCIS is Gibbs with the other team members. If like the best moment of this episode for Gibbs was clearly the scene with Bishop, and it's just sort of a reminder to me of, okay, well, he's great with Bishop, and we're keeping him away from Bishop, McGee, and Torres, and everyone else, and it just makes me miss that much more, and it's not going anywhere fast enough.
I have really liked the writing and the dialogue back and forth with Marcy, with Gibbs. The problem is just, I really enjoy seeing Gibbs working with the team, who has become his family, but I also like watching him work a case. And clearly other people also like watching him work a case. That now it's like, okay, everyone wants to see Gibbs working a case, but we've kept him away from going back to work. And there's been a couple of episodes that we've now seen him back working on cases, but he's not coming back. So I just don't know where they're really landing with this. The show knows that Gibbs needs to be working cases, but they don't want him back with the team. So, of course, it's making all of us very worried about next season. Like, yes, they've said that he's coming back, but they're normally very clear about in what capacity he's coming back, and that hasn't been said.
Yeah. I'm worried. I'm very, very worried. I'm worried for so many different reasons. Number one, they've taken so long with this story, especially when they could have easily wrote Gibbs as being back on the team and have Marcy come to the whole team. Like, there was no reason for this to all be separate.
Yeah, or if this was going to be his last real season, full season, then you need to have him working with the team as much as they can. I mean, why are you gonna have him go out like this? After all these seasons, that it's gonna be like he's gonna work on cases with someone else and then just what? Sail away on this boat? This is not the ending that I think anybody expected or wanted.
I also am just nervous because of the boat itself. It's like, that feels very much like they're going in the, oh, look, the boat is done. It is a feeling of completion, and it feels like Gibbs has been working on various boats for like 18 years.
Yeah, that's the thing with this show. I think I expected it to kind of be a bit like an ending, if it ever, when it comes to an end, that it was going to come to sort of an ending like Criminal Minds, where you know that they're still out there catching bad guys. And you know that they're still out there protecting everyone. You may not get to see them every week out there dealing, with all these bad guys. But you know in your heart that Gibbs and the team would still be out there protecting everybody. And it's sort of that feeling that is going to be a bit strange if next season we've got, here's the team with new Jessica Knight, okay, cool. And then here's Gibbs eating sandwiches and working on Marcy's cases.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel like it would work. It doesn't make enough sense. And the other final reason I am insanely concerned is the title of Rule 91. We all know about Gibbs's rules.
Yeah.
They're bringing it all back again with a new rule of just like, know when you're gonna walk away. I don't know why my Gibbs still sounds like Southern all of a sudden, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous that this is what the rule is you know when it's time to walk away. Well, maybe he'll walk away from Marcy and the sandwich eating because it's time to walk away from that storyline.
Okay, this is the other thing, and I don't know, the promo, I don't know why I'm suddenly like a little bit worried about this, but why is Gibbs talking to Bishop about this? Like,
I am seriously getting worried about Bishop and her leaving the show, and I don't think she's going to. Obviously, the promo department likes to make us all sweat a bit, but I mean, they kind of have been setting up a little bit for a while now. She's been working secretly with Odette, and she's looking at this Bulgaria thing. I'm going on vacation to Bulgaria. It's kind of like, what? Are you going on a mission or something? Like, what else? There's something else that feels like is going on. Then we got this promo, with Gibbs and Bishop and everything. And then she also was talking to him in this episode about, like, how do you feel away from the team? Are you okay away from the team? I'm like, why are you asking this? Are you asking this because you're worried about Gibbs being away from the team, or are you getting ready to leave the team?
Here's the deal, NCIS. If you take away Bishop, like 2 episodes after she and Torres have the talk, so help me, you know what? I am gonna lose my freaking mind because you guys already did this with Tony. You're gonna do totally the Tony and Ziva, Gibbs and Sloan thing all over again, where you're gonna have the 2 of them kiss, and you're gonna have Bishop just disappear, and you're just gonna leave me in like a pool of sad tears and despair.
Oh, right.
Listen, what are we gonna do with the cupcakes then? There's no other party we can ship them to.
You were already calling them moldy and stale. We're not talking anymore.
With that in mind, with such a lovely happy end to this video, let us know what you guys want to see on the NCIS Season 18 finale. Who do you think is leaving? Is it Gibbs? Is it Bishop? Is it no one? Share in the comments, and if you like this video, subscribe, give us a like, and support us as well by checking those links to the store, our Patreon. We'll see you here next time.